Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. I'm your host, Mike Barra in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined as I always am on this Christmas Eve by my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair, Jennifer Faladorian. You know, Jen, I forgot to name this show. This is supposed to be the Christmas show.
I should have worn a Christmas color.
Yeah. Well, I kind of wore a purplish color here. Let me change this.
I have an ugly Christmas sweatshirt, but I'm saving that for Christmas Eve.
Well, you know, I have a Hans Gruber ugly Christmas sweater, but I bought it last year just for this year, but it's way too big. It's huge and it looks really goofy. So I've only worn it once.
Oh, me and the girls buy sweatshirts like 3 times too big because we listen to women.
I'm not a girl. I'm a guy. It has to be a little bit cut. It has to have a nice tight collar, all that stuff. All right, guys. So welcome to the show. This is our special Christmas edition of Real News Live with Mike and Jen on our Rumble channel, Real News Live with Mike and Jen. Jen, we only have you for about 45, 50 minutes today. So I think, honestly, we will just kind of skip through the advertisements real quickly. I just want to tell everybody to get over to the Rumble channel and check out the Christmas show with Mike and Jen. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you are followers, you can subscribe for $5 a month. That is completely awesome. Also, please don't forget, there it is. Also, please don't forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at the cbdgurus.com. Type in the discount code on the wholesale tab, Alien, ALIEN. You can pick up some extra Bolivar along with your CBD products. We're going to be talking about that in a minute. Don't forget also to head over to MikeBarraPets.com, where you can pick up all kinds of cool mushroom-based treatments for your doggies and your kitties. Wanted to let everybody know we're also going to be adding a new sponsor next year. Legal Shield is somebody I've signed up with, and it's really cool, Jen. I was telling you about it the other day, and I'm going to stop sharing that. I was telling you about it the other day. For like $50 a month or less, 37 is one of the plans. You get legal services, and it's just like it's almost like Impact Health Sharing in the sense that everybody pays in, and then you get a good lawyer. I also got the extra gun coverage in case I'm involved in gun violence, because I am a gun owner. But Jen, why don't you tell us what's happening here towards the end of the year over on JenniferFala.com?
Okay, well, today is probably the last day you can get in there and get your gift cards and get them before Christmas. So we're going to want to do that now. Everything is on sale. Except for the classes. I am offering the yearly forecast only until Christmas. So you can still pick that up as long as you don't want it like a gift card before Christmas. I'm going to be busy cooking and doing things tomorrow. So I will be monitoring the email today. Make sure after you purchase something, you send me an email right away so I can send you your gift cards. They are pictures. You save it as a picture. You send it to your loved one any way you can send a picture, and you're done. You can get them a reading. You can get them a healing. You can get them the classes for the gift card if you'd like, if you know somebody who wants to do that. A medical reading. A lot of people like to give those during the holidays. And I also have Marcy Howell and Susan Gretz on the website, and you can reach them there. They've got Susan did a wonderful numerology reading for me yesterday. And it was absolutely, and of course, I made her stay longer than she's supposed to, but it was amazing. This is life path stuff. So she said, I'm not telling you she's offering them now. I know she does them, but you'll have to talk to her. This should be a lot more money than what she's charging for an hour there. So you'll have to talk to her. Her email is right there. Marcy's got a 2-for-1 sale going on right now. I believe that will continue until Christmas. So get over to JenniferFala.com and get your gift cards today. It's a wonderful time to stock up as well if you're somebody who gets a reading with me often, or knows somebody who's going through a hard time who could use that. So and I am finishing the emails this today. I am finishing, but I'm going to keep monitoring them throughout the day and the evening so that I can get that out to you quickly.
Okay. I just wanted to let everybody know that, Miss Fluffy Muffy is feeling awful. She's got these scratches and everything. Around her ears and her neck. She got a yeast infection again in her ears. She's been scratching the shit out of her back, and it got really bad. I had to take her back to the vet yesterday on a Sunday. I've got her on the Pet Balm, which should help with hot spots and scratchy stuff and healing. So I'm going to put this on her. Poor little thing has a cone, and she's just staggering around. She's, she likes to rub her head on stuff on corners, especially if her ears are bothering her. And I just feel so terrible for her, but thank you for all the well wishes. And I'm going to take care of her with the Pet Balm and some antibiotic ointment. And I'm hoping I can get her out of the cone in 2 or 3 days because she hates the cone. I had Jen read it. She goes, no, the cone is very heavy. She can't stand it. Thank you, Lori Bakemeyer, for the pumpkin bread. Haven't dug into that yet, but I'm going to. And also somebody, I don't know who, sent me chocolates. They look delicious. I don't know who it is. Whoever it is, thank you. And if you want to drop a note in Telegram or somewhere like that, I would appreciate knowing who sent us that stuff, who sent me and Dave that stuff. It's good because what do 2 diabetics need more than a lot of chocolates at Christmas time? Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. All right. So I have a doctor's appointment later today. I'm going to get my latest A1C numbers, hoping that they're good. And then Dave and I are going to be joining Isabella, one of Mark Z's lady friends, down at the Bellagio Caviar Bar, the piano bar tonight, and then we're going to go visit the conservatory there, where they have all the beautiful Christmas decorations, and they're different every year. So if you want to come down and have a drink tonight, we're going to have some wine and a few snacks, and we're going to hit the conservatory and just kind of make it a nice Christmas Eve thing. We went to the hockey game on Saturday, had a blast. It was all good. All right. And thank you again, Chris, Stacy. Thank you for those tickets. They were fabulous. Nothing quite like, an NHL hockey game where somebody's head gets smashed up against the boards, like, 10, 15 feet in front of you. It's just really, really cool for that to happen. It's a very masculine, fun thing to do. So you guys are here for the show. You're here for information. You're here for hope. I don't have a whole lot for you today. I have not heard nothing from my bond people. I have heard from my Iraqi guy, my guy who knows Iraqis. Okay, so this is secondhand information from Iraq, but I consider it to be reliable secondhand information because he has four or five Iraqi contacts, some in government, some in banking over there. They were shocked we did not wake up to it today. They were shocked we did not wake up to it yesterday. They are saying 24 hours is what they look like, what they think of, as the outside limit for Iraq to go. And again, Jen, here we are, third year in a row. Can't think of a single reason why this hasn't gone. I was given a reason what the problem was yesterday, and it's always just some corrupt fuck who wants to squeeze a little more money out of the turnip, a little more blood out of the turnip, and pull some stunt or something. At least that's what I hear. But my understanding is there's absolutely no reason for it not to go. I don't have any information other than that. Like I said, my bond people are very quiet. They have not been paid yet. I know another Intel person who's very smart who is waiting to hear from his bond people, but that's it. That's all I got. I got not much beyond that. I was very hopeful for before Christmas. I don't know what to think now. And I don't know what the angels are thinking. So why don't we talk to them? And you look like the cat that swallowed the canary there, Jen.
Well, you always do this to me.
Well, I know, but Well, then should you go first? And
Well, if people need hope and, I have nothing. Okay, Jen, take it away. And
yeah,
save
people need
everybody.
hope. It's all on you. I know it's set up that way, and but that's the way this show's structured. Maybe we should change the structure of the show. Maybe I shouldn't report news. Maybe you should just talk. You should just come and do Gentel.
All right, just shut up and sit down. I'll take care of it.
Okay, all right.
Whatever. All right. This is Gentel for December 23rd, 2024. There is absolutely every reason to be hopeful. We're at the end mark here. We're just waiting to cross the finish line. There's nowhere else we can go. We can't go back. It's going to happen. Okay? If it happens after Christmas, it's actually a little less stressful for us because we can go do our thing and then do it. Fine with me. We've gotten to Christmas. Just do your holiday. Enjoy your stuff. Eat your cookies. Have fun with the kids. All right? One way or another, we're looking at it every day. We're just waiting for the notifications. So I went into, this is interdimensional meditation. I went into meditation and spoke with Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Haniel, and Raphael. Uriel spoke. This was on the 6th level of heaven by my tree. The dress today was interesting. It was like a silvery white with gold pattern in it, more like a swirly kind of sparkly gold. And I'm like, well, that's nice. RV News. Uriel spoke. He said there is a visible rate for the IQD. The rate will change. So there is a visible rate. It is going to change. They're watching that. The notifications will go out to a generated email list. That is true. We've been wondering that. It is true. I said, who sends out the emails for exchange? He said, financial institutions that buy, sell, and trade foreign currencies. Who contacts these institutions? He said, Treasury or treasuries. I said, when can we expect these emails? And he started talking about, and I didn't hear it all in the beginning, and it sounded like the Commission for Securities Exchange. And he was saying something about it. I wasn't getting it. But I kept hearing Securities Exchange. And he said, the intel that said change would take place and be visible Sunday and Monday has happened. We translate this intel, and these truthers get this intel, and then we translate it about what we think is going to happen and what that actually means, because sometimes it's very vague. So clearly that was about having some kind of visible rate in Iraq, and now they're waiting to watch that change. Then he said something about Securities Exchange again. And then he said end of week. So, and then he said it is best to have receipt of funds in the next calendar year, 2025. I believe I've been having that thought lately. Maybe they want this, at least for the United States or all the other governments that will have new leaders and new rules and new taxes and new everything else. Maybe they don't want it in Biden's administration. Maybe they don't want it in 2024. They want it to show up in 2025 on the books for you for tax purposes or whatever. Okay? That could be one reason for any kind of delay. But there is a trail between this security, the SEC, the treasuries, and the financial institutions to buy, sell, and trade foreign currencies to get these emails out to you. There is a generated email list, I believe, that comes from anybody who's bought foreign currencies, dealt with any of these places, signed up for email lists that are connected to these other institutions. So if you've bought currency from any of these dealers, you're on it. Something has to happen with or because of or between the SEC, the Treasury to notify, and then the financial institutions are notified, and they generate the list and they put it out. Okay, he's saying end of week for that. So when I saw that receipt for the 29th, it could very well be that. Or that could be when we get our notifications. We could get them the 26th. At this point in time, Uriel saying it is best, though, if you can hang in there to get that exchange or those receipts of funds in 2025. And that's Gentel for today.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It's not really what I want here. I don't care about 2024 versus 2025, other than I want everything like today, now, after, I don't want.
If you did this and some of it was taxable and you had to pay those taxes because it landed in 2024, and then Trump comes around in 2025 and changes everything or does something, could be better. I mean, I can hold out till then if that's the case.
Yeah. I hope that's not the case, because I'm just ready to get going. And I don't see where there's going to be a lot of taxes on this, but you don't know. You don't ever know. There's like 2,000 people in the live stream. Thank you for being here.
Maybe that's why it's not a taxable event.
Yeah, maybe, but you don't get the sense that that's the reason necessarily it hasn't happened yet.
No, somebody makes a call here. I don't know if it's the SEC. I'm really not familiar with that and what they, I'm kind of familiar, but between the SEC, the treasuries, and these financial institutions that buy, sell, and trade foreign currencies.
Yeah.
So that's the chain of command there to get these notifications out.
So all the rumors we've heard about there being an email list are true, that they know who you are, and they know if you're on the naughty or nice list,
they
right?
know who their clients are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's kind of interesting. It's kind of like the whole Santa Claus thing. He knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
It could very well happen today.
He knows if you've been bad or good. Yeah, it could very well happen.
That kind of limbo, waiting for somebody to make the call, and then we go through the chain of command, and then they generate the list and they send it.
Wolfie said something over the last week, a couple days ago, to the effect that they're thinking about giving us breathing room or helping us breathe. And what he meant by that was little bit right now to get you through the holidays, full exchange in 2025. Now that could have something to do with tax implications. Do you see anything like that as a possibility? Like we talked about earlier, guess what? There's a change in the rate of the Iraqi dinar. Guess what? You can go exchange 200,000 right now or something like that. Is that a possibility over the next couple days before we have appointments? No? You're not going to do that.
If you want to talk about the SEC and what they're responsible for, this would make more sense.
Well, there are two agencies. There's the Securities and Exchange Commission, and there's the Securities Exchange Commission. So it depends on which SEC you're talking about, because they each have slightly different functions. And, in the last week, I've heard the ball is in Iraq's court and they're going to go. Then I heard, no, now the ball's in Reno's court, the new treasury, and they'll decide. Then I heard, no, now they've kicked it back to Iraq. This was as of Saturday, and they're going to go Sunday night no matter what anybody says.
So what Iraq has is a visible rate to those who are looking, who can find it, okay?
Right.
That rate will change. Then notifications will go out to an email list. And then we started talking about who sends them out. When can we expect these
Right.
emails?
That's all SEC. That's all fine because SEC is going to want to track these because it wouldn't surprise me. A security is when you take more than one financial instrument. 4 financial instruments combined together becomes what's called a security. And I believe the Bible actually says, do not deal in securities. I don't know that, but it does. So that might put it under SEC, one of those 2 SEC agencies.
Whatever. Right now, they're involved somehow.
So they're involved. Okay. So, is Iraq's rate visible now to people in the banking industry? Let's say, is it visible?
Yes.
Okay. It's simply a question of it being visible to everyone at the teller level for it to become a public thing. That's the next thing we're waiting for, right?
Well, I don't really know. I'd say, well, what I got is that it's visible, and they're waiting. It's going to change.
Okay.
So they're probably watching it change, and
it's visible, but it may be visible at the old rate. Is probably what they're saying there. Then,
no, it's visible at a new rate, but they think that rate's going to go higher.
That rate's going to go higher. Okay, wanted to clarify that. All right. Sounds good to me. And then that becomes the trigger for everything else. And then they will inform us because they know who we are. So, okay. So we're kind of sitting here just on pins and needles, hoping and praying and waiting and seeing.
End of week, he said.
End of week. End of week for notifications, but no.
They're waiting about the rate being visible, and it's a new rate. That happened, just like the inside contact said it would. Okay, now they're waiting for that to change. Then we're moving towards the notifications. Okay, who with the chain of command? Where do we need to get authorizations to send this list out? And then that starts happening. So I mean,
But we should. Will we know that Iraq's rate has changed into the range we're looking for before we get notifications, or will that happen all at once?
Probably not.
Probably it'll just change.
I'm starting to think, well, this is a private event. It's probably will remain private until they go to, we had certain people in-country exchange, and they may do their in-country exchange, but 4B is going to be a private event. We'll probably find out when it's our turn to go. Then they'll move on to tier 5, and that's when it'll be listed everywhere, and everybody can go into the banks and do their in-country RVs and things.
So probably the first we're going to hear of this, at least those of us who don't maybe have inside contacts, the first we're going to hear of it is when we get the notifications, pretty much. Is what you think? That's how you think?
Yeah, we'll hear some things from people who truthers who have inside contacts. We'll get
we will hear things and then we'll pass it along. But the average person who is but the first most people will hear of this. Iraq came in at 391, which, by the way, TNT Tony said the same thing. Said 391 a couple days ago. Gentel confirmed. The first we'll hear that the rate is now 391 will be when we get our emails.
Remember the talk about coming in at 391 and then it goes to 7?
7 point.
That's where we're at.
Yeah.
They're waiting for that to do that.
Okay, let's get that done. All right, we got 30 minutes left. I want to try to get as many questions in as we can.
You're frozen for me. I don't know if you were frozen that whole time.
Fuck Cox Cable. Hi. Let's get the questions going. And guys, we only have 30 minutes with Jen. She has readings to do. She has Christmas preparations to do for her family. So we're going to bang through these. I'm going to start over on the Rumble side with the people who pay $5 a month for Rumble rents. Just get to go first. I'm going to skip the, am I going to get this house? When do I go for my exchange? When do I get into a med bed? We're going to try to skip that. I think we're going to focus on, is my son going to come for Christmas? That kind of thing. Let's try to keep it personal. It is Christmas time, and Jen has very little time today. I'm going to pop the chat out, and then I'm going to share it. There we go. Pop out the chat, and let's move it over here. Ooh, that's kind of a big chat, but Jen, we're small. Can we do it better that way? No, that's not better. How about this? That's better. What do you think about that?
Good.
Good. Okay. All right. So let's swing on over there. Get on up. Get through. Hey, Super Dave pops in with a $50 Rumble rant. Thank you, Super Dave. You're the best. I hope you have a great, great Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Thank you for everything this year. Dragon John, Little Red Castle wants to know, hey, Jen, did I say that? Thank you to Lori Bakemeyer for the pumpkin bread? Yeah, I did. Okay, Jen, was the angel keep from, okay. A train took the front off of my truck a few years back. My name is John Brewer. I want to know if it was an angel that kept me from real harm, I think is what he's asking.
It was your guardian angel.
Nice. Clock says my son Jeffrey H is in heaven, and today is his 42nd birthday. He's an Afghanistan war veteran. Does he have any messages for me, Linda H? Did he like his birthday card? So Linda H wants to know about her son Jeffrey H, how he's doing, and if he liked his birthday card.
It's great. He said, he's referencing something about football, and I think that, I'll be watching. So if you guys are going to watch football,
I'll be watching with you.
I'll be with you.
Yeah, my dad watched the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. He was happy for us. Give Mike and Jen Christmas gift by giving us a thumbs up. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do the land stuff. Don't know when the RV's coming. Don't know. Don't want to do the house thing. Hey, there's Joe. Hi, Joe. How you doing?
Hi, Joe.
Amy, 4566 is now a monthly supporter. Thank you, Amy. We appreciate that. $5 a month. Rosemary says, looks like I'm having an angioplasty with stents put in my legs in January. Do you see this going well?
The only thing I see happening is them talking about one of them. They had a little difficulty, so they kind of had to rig it, but they think it's going to hold and it should be fine. I do think that it does, but so Jesus is saying, don't be too concerned when they tell you that.
Okay.
It will be okay.
Okay. Apparently TNT Tony is saying today after 5. Let's sincerely hope that Tony's right for one. Lynn would like to know, can you tell me if I'll be able to get my daughters and grandsons' heat turned on later this week? Their names are Tash and Tavion. Yes. Oh, another thing I wanted to ask you, Jen. Miss Fluffy Muffy has been staring at the wall in different rooms. Is somebody visiting? Or do I have a demon I need to get rid of? Or she's like just looking at the wall, like she's looking at somebody.
I'm getting a little bit of kind of on something with that cat. Like we're a little bit confused, or we're on medication, or something is making her kind of dingy.
Okay.
I think it might be affecting her vision.
Oh, no. Okay, Frederica, $10 Rumble Rad. Thank you, Frederica. My voice was affected by the third stroke, but I woke up this morning and I'm able to speak a little better. Is this going to continue getting better? And what's going on there? Well, power of prayer. Jen probably did a healing on you, Frederica. But she wants to know if she's going to get, her speech is going to get better.
This is not a long-lasting symptom of that. It will continue to get better, yes.
Okay, yes, a soft cone for your kitty. I will look into a soft cone. That's a good idea. A lot of people have said that. Maybe I'll go to the pet store later and do that. Miss Fluffy Muffy. Okay, Bananas 21 is now a Red Castle $5 a month supporter. Thank you. Hi, Jen. This is Amy, Little Red Castle. I'm having a serious problem with my son, Chris. Do you think we'll ever find peace, and when?
February.
Lisa Mitchell says her mother, Barbara Mitchell, has been feeling dizzy all the time. Is there anything that you can tell her about that condition?
It's her ears, inner ear fluid.
Fluid in her ear. Okay, that can be fixed. Connie Anderson says, Jen, we're leaving Saturday, driving from Pennsylvania to Arizona. Do you see us having a safe and uneventful trip? Excuse me.
Well, you're driving through quite a few different weather systems there, so prepare for weather.
Okay.
Have something in the car, like a shovel for snow and something for traction to put on the tires.
I saw these cool things, little spikes that you just like, they're like a rubber thing, and you just wrap them around your shoes, and they're like little ice spikes. So buy some of those, because those are really cool. You just wrap them on your shoes, and they're like, it's like you have snowshoes on. And you
I don't necessarily think you need chains, but just, might have something in case you get used to.
Susan Rex says hello. We love you too, Susan. Karen says you have a beautiful necklace on, Jen.
I actually got myself that for Christmas.
Okay, that's nice. Okay. Cassandra says she can't wait for her appointment with you. I desire a move in my life, although I have a salon spa lease. Do you see a specific location for my future ventures or partners?
It's a private salon location, so yeah, there is a move, but I think it's more like your salon, but you do have a couple people join in later.
Cool. Cassandra is now a monthly supporter, Little Red Castle, $5 a month. Thank you. Christina says, Jen, I accepted a new job offer and we'll be starting on 120. Do you see this new job being a good fit for me?
Gabriel said you won't need it, but yes.
Maria says, I'm currently having flu symptoms. Will I be sick by the time my kids are supposed to come on the 27th? Also, I got my daughter a gift card on 12/10 and she emailed you. Okay, good. So Maria wants to know if she's going to be sick or well by the 27th.
Okay, I think I'm at the very tail end of the 19th on my email. So if she emailed me at the 10th, I've either scheduled her or she didn't get the email right. What was the other question again?
The daughter got it. She said the daughter got an email from you, or just going to email you. She got a gift card.
Yeah, but she had a question other than that.
Is she going to be sick when her kids come on the 12th?
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a possibility. You need to take your antioxidants or your ivermectin or whatever. I'm doing that right now just from the shopping. It's spreading. Everything's spreading right now.
Mike Chlor, honey, I don't have your name or I'd ask the question for you.
Yeah, I do want to tell you guys that just, personal note. If you take the ivermectin, don't drink. Okay, because I did that once and I had like half a beer and I was just totally buzzed. And I was like, oh my God, what the heck?
I haven't heard that before. Really?
Yes. It just makes you don't drink a lot and have it. You know, I mean, if you want to have one, you're probably going to get pretty buzzed. But yeah.
Melanie's husband, John, who's a Green Beret, is at the VA today for a lung test due to an Iraqi chemical burn pit. What does Jesus say about his lungs? And is the VA hiding information?
It looks almost like pockets in there.
Okay.
Probably the same thing as emphysema, the beginnings of that.
Jen's sound level appears to be significantly lower than Mike's sound. we took a great many steps to lower Mike's sound level. Okay. Shira, 42, $10 Rumble Rack. Good morning, Mike and Jen. My question for Jen. I purchased a 2-for-1 special by Marcy on Saturday evening to get a personal cleanse and a house cleanse. Then emailed her immediately after to schedule. That's not a question, Shira.
Okay, just so you guys know, Marcy Hell and Susan Gretz do not work for me. They are completely independent. I just recommend them. Those girls and I always end up working in unison somehow. So I don't communicate with them about their clients. It doesn't come through me at all. So any emails back and forth with them, you're going to have to contact them directly or get on the chats and tell them if they missed it.
Bonnie would like to know if her husband, Carl, has a message for her.
I'll be spending Christmas Eve with you.
Nice. Okay. Rebecca, $10 Rumble Rant. Thank you. I'm trying to become a Red Castle member, but I can't figure out what I need to do. When I hit the $sign, it just gives me the option to rent. Rebecca, check and see if you're on your computer or on your phone. If you're on your phone, you can't subscribe. You can only do that on a computer. So that's the issue.
It's really holding people back because most people pick it up on their phone.
I know, it's kind of retarded. And Susan Gretz says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas to you too, Susan.
Merry Christmas, Susan.
Everybody's saying Merry Christmas. Gary 7 with some jokes. What do you call a reindeer on Halloween? A caribou. Gary, I am gonna block you, Gary. You deserve to be blocked. Cool Raul has a question for Jen. Does anyone, Angels to Loved Ones, have any messages for me because I hate it here? Don't be like that, Raul. Come on.
I don't really just let anybody walk in. You're going to have eye contact with a certain individual. So you're going to have to give me a name.
That's Raul.
He said, does anybody have a message for me? I don't do that. Other people do. Other mediums are fine with that. But because of what I do, you know,
okay.
Offer people, I don't let them walk in.
Rebecca Talia. Okay, thank you. $20 Rumble Rant. Thank you, sweetie. I don't know who you are. I don't know what that name is, but yeah. Names of guardian angels. Joanne Patton says Rhonda Murphy's mom, Rose, is in the hospital. Rose is in the hospital with kidney issues, and they found a tumor in her uterus. Can you go in with Jesus and see what to do? It has to be a medical reading, right, Jen? You can't just do that like right off the bat, can you?
I could take a look at the tumor. It's questionable. There might be some cancerous cells in there, but the tumor itself looks like something that's older that was there. Not real concerned about it.
Okay. Rosemary says your hair is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Shara, $5 Rumble Rant. My question got cut off. Did Marcy perform a cleanse on me in the house and not tell me this past Saturday? I emailed her and she just waved on Telegram. Thanks. It's Julie Cranford.
Gonna have to talk to her.
Yeah.
Email her again. Make sure you guys are spelling the emails right. One wrong letter or number, and it doesn't get to us. A lot of people do that with me. They'll and don't email me from the email form. I got to take that down. For some reason, it's not coming through when you email me on the form on the website. So I got to take that down. But a lot of people will, instead of full law, split the consonants down the middle. Phonics, okay, it's fall law. It's not follow. And they'll put an O. And it
Yeah,
comes.
a lot of times the autocorrect will try to change that. Will Tom be approved for his Medicaid to help pay for his 24/7 nursing facility?
Yes.
Good. Holly says they're living on the last of their savings and are disabled. Do we need to look for employment soon? Jeez.
I feel like you could save somehow, but I'm not going to discourage you from looking for employment should you need it. So,
yeah. RDH22 mom, yeah, it's because you're not on a computer. That's why you don't get a subscribe button. Okay, just looking. Janet wants to know if her deceased pet Sadie visits her frequently. I think she lays on my bed. It's very cute.
lays at the foot of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen her corner of the eye in the hallway.
Yeah.
Past you.
I've had those happen.
Something about the dining room. There was a visual that you, but we shrug it off. Like, what was that?
All right, Diana, we need your daughter's name to ask that question. Okay, we got to pop over if we're going to get any questions in on the YouTube side of the house. We got to get going. Merry Christmas to you too, Darla. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kenneth says his cat would like to wish everybody a meowy Christmas. Good morning, beautiful people. It's 28 degrees. It must be nice to have a little bit of a Pristine Packer says Merry Christmas to everyone. Chester just loved your show. I know he's still watching. Today it's 1 year he earned his wings. Yeah, I know. That's very sad.
Well, let's get a message from Chester. I love you. He just came running in. He was waiting for that. I love you, Christine. I'm not going to stop loving you.
Unless you get a new boyfriend.
There's a chair that swivels. There's something that swivels. He's showing me that something moved like that, or he was there. Trying to give you a sign that he was there. Anything else? Just wants you to stop doubting that he loves you.
Yeah. Sweet.
Merry Christmas.
Hi, Teresa. They gave her ear mites, skin mites kind of thing medication yesterday. So the poor Miss Fluffy Muffy's just really got a lot of stuff going on. AOC reference here must be a joke. Jen, very pretty blouse and jewelry. She loves it. Merry Christmas. Trying to find questions. What did Trump mean about having a great Christmas? No one wants to buy gifts after Christmas. Well, that's not exactly true, but
so the sentiment I'm getting, like from when I tune into Trump about that statement, is go ahead and enjoy your Christmas. People have, and then the next thought is, no, these people have no idea what's coming. Enjoy your holiday. Just sit back, enjoy your holiday.
Gary says Trump needs to reorganize the SEC so that they don't try to take our funds. Yep, there's a certain.
I feel like something's coming with that, but right now it's still kind of in the mix and has some say or somehow. But Uriel's the one who started talking about that. It's nothing. It wasn't my thought.
Yeah. Jen. It is kind of unfair that I come on and give the news and I'm like, I don't really have a lot to tell you. And then it all gets dumped on you to keep everybody's spirits up. The best way to fix that, folks, is to just have this happen. And then we won't ever have to deal with those questions.
Okay, I'll put in the request.
Yeah, put that request in. I thought the Fed changed the tax law so currency can and will be taxed in 25. I was praying this would happen in 24 before the new currency exchange tax laws are implemented. That may be true. The SEC Security Exchange, not Securities and Exchange Commission, but the Security Exchange Commission is supposed to be meeting today. Interesting.
The way he said it, and I didn't get the first word. I filled it in later. We'll see how Sue wrote it up. She probably cleaned it up for me, but it was the something for Security Exchange. For Securities Exchange. That's the way he worded it. And so I put in commission for Securities Exchange. I just kept hearing Securities Exchange.
Oh. My little kitty is outside there trying to get out of her cone. Sweetie, you're not going to be able to get out of that cone. Daddy's got to go out and fix that. Any stimulus check or hike in Social Security coming? Suzanne would like to know.
End of January when so typically there is a raise at the end of January. This one's going to be significant.
Nader has left and gone back to Iraq. He thinks it's the 28th.
Well, the receipt I saw, what was the first date I saw?
28th. 29th, yeah. Which would be about right. So
I mean, we're right there.
Yeah.
We're more right there than we ever have been because we know that all the other tiers are pretty much finished up and just waiting.
And
funds.
I don't know if Nader just went home for a visit for Christmas or if he's just going back there to stay, but that would be different. And so we have to find out. Jennifer says, my mom found out last night she has a 7-millimeter kidney stone. She's extending her stay with me. Is she going to pass it with no complications? We would like your mom.
Did they give her some kind of medication to break that up? Because I feel like that'll make a difference so that when it will pass, but it'll be smoother or smaller pieces.
Happy birthday, Tiffany Hayes, says Batman. Chris Iverson, how are you?
Birthday, Tiffany.
My mic is not set very loud, Ellen. Some people hear that, some people don't.
No, it's your settings on your computer that you
I know, but it's not, because it's like sometimes when I talk on shows, people are like, you're way too loud. And then other times people are like, I can't hear you. So, and the settings have been the same for months. I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. Britt wants to know if he'll be able to come off diabetes and cholesterol medications in March.
They'll take you off the diabetes, but they want to keep you on the cholesterol. And I think it's just so they can still make money off of you.
Yeah. Thank you, Gary, for all the entertaining dad jokes. I'm actually trying to speak quietly because people are complaining about how loud I am.
No, it's not just me.
Yeah. Okay, Patrick's dog Gideon keeps barking in the middle of the night at various locations throughout the house. What is going on? There's
something outside. There's something in the wall, like squirrels or something like that, or it's outside. He's following something.
Elizabeth wants to know if her late husband Tim has anything to say to her.
He's listening to you. He's heard you, Michael says.
Pamela says, my dog Promise has been throwing up recently and acting like she might have a UTI. Do you see what's going on? Thank you, Pam, and Merry Christmas. And get a hold of Diana at MikeBarrettPets.com. MikeBarrettPets@gmail.com. Get a hold of Diana. I'll put it in the chat.
That dog ate something. It got into something. It's kind of like an allergic reaction a little bit. Not Tarsa UTI. A little bit. But I feel like it just got into something.
We're almost done here. Lori said, my dad Paul's doggie Lily died a few weeks ago. Any message from her, and is she with my mom?
No real message, but she's been with you like a lot. I mean, a lot. Like more than she's at home in heaven.
Dixie wants to know, this is her first Christmas without her son, Brennan. Does he have any messages for her?
There's a lot of things, typical things that they say, like I'm sorry and I miss you and I hear you and not to worry, but he says okay, but he said I'll be with you on Christmas.
Okay. What about Trump coming back on Christmas Day? Yes, no, maybe?
No, I see him at a gathering. Family gathering.
Okay. Was the cheerleader at the hockey game happy Mike was filming her? I assume so, because usually you don't dance around in a Santa outfit with pom-poms unless you want people to look at you. So I would think so. Okay. Any questions? I think that is it. Okay. Elaine Robarge. I just misplaced for a year now a 1/3 gold set piece in a bezel I wore on a chain. Can you see where it might be? Jen doesn't really do that. Susan Gretz is good at that. Talk to Susan. Any hints? No? All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up for the Christmas show. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Merry Christmas. It can still happen anytime. We actually expect it to happen anytime. And it would be great if it happened at 5 p.m., as TNT Tony has told everybody. It would be great if it happens within 24 hours as of 6 a.m. Eastern time this morning, which is what I was told earlier today. And it would be great if it just happens, in the next couple of days, as Jen was told by the archangels. So everybody have a wonderful Christmas, the best that you can possibly have. Appreciate those around you. Appreciate the health of your family and your pets. I have to go take care of my little kitty. And it's only when she's not doing well that I appreciate how lucky I am that she does really well most of the time. So thanks for that. Thanks for being here. Jen, any final Christmas messages other than Merry Christmas for everybody?
I'd like to thank everybody who sent cards and gifts. I don't know if it's Denise or if it's Nancy that sent me the salt lamp. I just got it. I had a whole bunch of boxes to open. I've got it. I haven't opened the box yet, but thank you very much to everyone who sent me gifts. I love you all. You guys are great. Remember to get in there and get your gift cards. Men, do not wait until Christmas Eve. Yes, Christmas is on Wednesday. Okay, this is your notice. Go and get your gift cards and send them out. I'll get them to you. You can send them out.
And who's
easy, all one shot. All right. But I'd like to thank everybody for all their support this year. I love you all, and I hope that you all have a Merry Christmas.
Who sent me these chocolates? I don't know. Thank you. Merry Christmas to everybody. And Jen, we will be back on Monday, the 30th for our pre-New Year's Eve show. Unless, of course, something really interesting happens, in which case we might be back before that. So thank you for being here. Appreciate it all. Appreciate the Rumble Rants. Appreciate you subscribers. Appreciate the guys who just throw out, throw out a little something to us on Cash App or Zelle or things like that. You guys have really helped make our year. This is the best year we've ever had on the show, Jen. Our next show is a week from Monday. Wednesday is Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Jen. Merry Christmas to everybody out there. And see you at the Bellagio tonight. Drinking a little wine and having a little pre-Christmas celebration. So see you there. Love you. And we'll see you next week. Say bye, Jen.
Bye.